ADCC is going to FloGrappling for the 2023-2024 season. Wait, what? Major moves in the jiu-jitsu space today. I mean, this just broke. ADCC, who just signed a deal with UFC Fight Pass to do all of their content over on the Fight Pass platform, just announced and literally just broke this news that they're actually going to be on FloGrappling. And that starts this weekend with the ADCC Open in Costa Mesa, which, by the way, me and Keelan will be there. I'll be doing the commentary. See you then. When ADCC first announced their move over to Fight Pass, a lot of people were really pumped about that. Couple of reasons, man. The major reason being that the Fight Pass platform is just a lot less expensive than the FloGrappling platform. Some people like that UFC app a lot better, but the major reason that people were really excited about seeing ADCC move over to the UFC platform is that they just felt like it was going to be a way bigger exposure to the sport of grappling, and that we were finally going to start seeing some money trickle in from, honestly, our dad, the UFC. One of the big pushes for ADCC, it looks like, has been these ADCC Opens. I mean, look at the amount of traction these things are getting. They've already had a couple of sellouts. This one in Costa Mesa this weekend has 1,283 registered fighters ready to go. That's insane. And so this is obviously a big part of the plan, the overall plan moving forward for ADCC. And the UFC was not really giving us the ADCC Opens that we thought we were going to get. And I have to think that that is a major factor in why this shift happened. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be excited to see it back on FloGrappling. FloGrappling does bring a lot to the table, man. I mean, first of all, let's give a shout out to FloGrappling. I know a lot of people don't like some of their business practices, and be honest with you, I get that. But FloGrappling, I don't want to say single-handedly, but let's be honest. They were the first company that really started investing heavily in the sport of jiu-jitsu and trying to take it to the next level. Who's number one? Who's next? But really that's evident in the amount of extra content that they're putting out for us. These countdown shows leading into these Who's Number One events. The production level that they've tried to bring to the sport really has been, we have to be honest about this. FloGrappling has been really, really good for jiu-jitsu. In the announcement today, Flo announces that they are going to be showing this Costa Mesa Open this weekend. So you'll be able to catch that on FloGrappling if you're already a member. Now, the question that I have is, what does this mean moving forward? I mean, that's a big play, and it's a shift from something that they had just previously announced. So I'm very interested to see what happens with this. On one hand, I think it's a great idea for them to get these ADCC Opens out there from start to finish. Like, let's get all of that content. And FloGrappling has the platform to make something like that happen. They've got the infrastructure, the resources, the media team. That's what they were made to do. So I think FloGrappling's going to hit these ADCC Opens completely out of the park. But we're losing the potential massive audience that we have with the UFC over here. Actually, I'd like to know, I know these companies don't make their numbers public, but I would actually love to know what the subscriber numbers are between the two, especially like if we could segment it down to how many of those people are actually there for grappling, because the UFC has a lot of really good grappling content. They got the new Fight Pass Invitational that they've been doing. They've got EBI, Combat Jiu-Jitsu, Medusa, a lot of good grappling content over here on UFC Fight Pass. And I know they're committed to bringing in more grappling content. On the other hand, FloGrappling has so much grappling content that it dwarfs Fight Pass right now. And one of the great things that you get from Flo is you get some of these like up and coming promotions. It's a great way to see like the entire grappling scene, not just the top guys, which is kind of what you're getting over on UFC Fight Pass. And listen, there's appeal to both of those things. But if you're a jiu-jitsu nerd, FloGrappling feels like the call. If you're like, I only care about the best guys, Fight Pass seems like the call. And ADCC was going to be the thing that sort of bridged that. Like, oh, the very, very best guys are winning ADCC. UFC goes, let's scoop that up. Let's drop it onto our platform and give that to our people and bring all those jiu-jitsu nerds that are over on FloGrappling, let's pull them over this way to Fight Pass. But now, with ADCC here in the middle, getting shifted back over to the FloGrappling side, the jiu-jitsu nerds are served over here. And they have the best guys over on FloGrappling now. Fascinating. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more as this story unfolds. Like I said, this is literally breaking right now. I just saw it and we turned the camera on. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Do you love that it's going back to FloGrappling? I know some of you guys hate FloGrappling. I see it all the time in the comments. But again, man, FloGrappling has done a lot of amazing things for the sport, regardless of how you feel about them. Were you one of the people that was ultra excited to see ADCC shift over to Fight Pass? Are you disappointed that it's not on one platform or the other? Let me know.